Well, right, I'm still going here. I'm getting quite a bit of time to play. I'm knocking out the videos there. Um, Although I've just checked my phone's batteries on 38% or something. I've never had to, since I've switched over to this new one, I've never had to plug it in. I mean, I probably could, but I'm at the other table, so it's a wee bit trickier. So, but I don't think I'm going to get too much time at the moment anyway, because I've been doing a lot. Just wanted to home in on something. I had mentioned Martin had commented about he would have made the attack. Now, I thought he had maybe meant this attack here when I was thinking about it and only had 4 strength. And then when I looked back on it, the unit was actually disrupted. And then I thought, well, that's why I didn't do it. And I was a little confused because I thought I was a little surprised he was maybe suggesting that, but he didn't mean that one at all. He did say I would have made the second attack, so he meant this one here. So he was saying he would have went for this. I'm guessing he was saying that he maybe wouldn't have went for that one because it was the artillery. And like I've now found out, apparently they're always going to be slightly tougher. Um, I'm assuming this was just one of the unlucky ones. I mean, there is a difference. This has machine gun, this one does not. So this is one of the basic weapons. So if you attack with a normal full strength infantry that carries all the weapons, my guess is you're going to be able to have the weapons for probably, well, I don't want to say them all, but that are not artillery positions. Like these 3 are artillery positions. But my guess is that the other ones that are not probably only have weapon requirements that a full strength infantry would bring. That's what my guess is. Anyway, so yeah, just wanted to. Right, I got you there, Martin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did. It didn't feel like right, and then when this unit was disrupted, it didn't make any sense to attack it, and that's why I was a little confused. But I've got you now, so I just wanted to let everybody else know that as well. Um. Okay, so he's also mentioned. I didn't notice it there until the very end, so never got a chance to really quite study it, Martin. But regarding how to go about barraging and moving, and I think the bottom line, like you said, is every game you play is going to be slightly different, and you've just got to. Yeah, I think you're taking your chances no matter what. There are better times to do it. I'll maybe study more what he's said and come back with some thoughts on that a bit later. Like I say, I just noticed that he must have edited his post. I've never seen it until just there and now. Okay, so US action phase. Right, and then of course on this side we're just limited to, well, no, I don't think there is. Oh yeah, there is one. No, there's a couple preservation moves. So, ooh, actually, yeah, I was going to move this guy in here, but this guy could, right, he's on his 4 strength side. You'll keep trying to flip them back, Grant, but I need to do, well, you could either go there or there, but it probably makes sense splitting them both, and then we've got a nice force of, mind you, are we? Oh, we know what that guy is. Now I did write that down, and I don't know if that feels wrong or not, but I'm pretty sure when the information's been given to you, and then because this was the one. Oh no, it wasn't. What am I talking about? I'm talking rubbish. I'm talking about this orange position. Well, I wrote it down anyway. WN68 North. Yeah, it's that one. I mean, I don't know if that feels wrong to some people, but I've done it before when we played the game. Because the whole point of it, and it's, well, excuse me, what I think the whole point, which I explained the last time, was, and it doesn't really affect WM positions because you can barrage them if they're revealed or not. But when it comes to reinforcement positions, they need to be revealed to be barraged. And I think that's why then it has the the attack result of unrevealing a unit. So I don't think it really matters with WM. But anyway, that information was there, and I took note of it. So whether that's bad and makes me one of these people from that other place, I don't know. You'll need to let me know, Martin. So hang on, what was that? So it's not this, so I don't have a clue what this is. Right, so are we considering using our 2 actions to attack that? I don't know, are we, Grant? Maybe. Does that make any difference to where we're going to move these? Well, I don't know. That might as well. Yeah, I kind of wanted to say that artillery, didn't I? Yeah, I kind of did. I know yous are all shouting, just let it go, Grant. But seems such a shame. That's a decent attack here, though, Grant, isn't it? That's a decent attack. I don't need to put these guys in here. Well, I can do. I mean, I'm definitely moving them out of the intense red and blue, and I'm just not sure if I should possibly put this one into here. Yeah, so to get at this other red position, alright, we'll zoom in a little bit more there. Let's look at it a bit better. To get into this other red position, it's on the high ground. This is in the draw. So this is down lower. This is on the same level as us. It's got this anti-tank ditch, barrier, wall, ditch. That's a ditch. Anti-tank ditch in between it. It's on the same level, but this one's up higher, so we need to climb this bluff to get at it. I mean, this guy doesn't look like he's got much left in him anyway, but... Well, I suppose we need to first decide if that's going to be our 2 actions, because, I mean, there's quite a few other things we could do. Okay, green stayed down. Let's just confirm that. That doesn't look right, Grant. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong cards. Yeah, no, only orange, blue and brown fired across here. Well, orange, blue and brown were on the card. The colours on the card, orange and blue fired. So green is still disrupted, or this half of it anyway. So it's not necessary for us to make an attack here. And I think we got kind of messed up here, didn't we? Yeah, we've only got 6 strength against 4 without the weapons. So that's only greater than but not double, which is not good. That just disrupts us. So we're not going to do that. This guy's probably going to move. Well, he can't move into there, can he? He can preservation move at least. The HQ is going to come in here, so that's a good preservation move. That makes sense. So I think that's a no-brainer. Yeah, so there's no point in us making this attack, is there? And we can't get support from anything. No, not yet. Okay, I've been sitting studying things for a while, and I get a free move from this HQ, don't I? I can just freely move this guy in. Okay, I know I can't. Right, I just so want to save that guy, but I just know it's the wrong thing and I need to let it go. And I could burst into song there again. No, you don't want that. I'm pretty sure the advice, if I was to get advice right now, it would just be, you just need to let it go, Grant. I think, because I think I should be making this attack. And then these guys are going to preservation move up. We're going to lose this tank. We're going to lose this anti-aircraft and this artillery. And that's about all that's going to happen. I think that's what you'd be telling me to do. I mean, there is a possibility that, and this is obviously what I was thinking, that, like, you know, strengthen these two hexes with these two units, and then next turn be able to attack with hopefully the one that's got the 8 strength. Just use one action for that into there. But that's you leaving a whole turn with that double red position open. Whereas if you know, I'm feeling surely I've got to get a result in an attack. I'm surely going to be able to knock this guy down, disrupt him. I mean, so that's the only possibility is you may be thinking, no, just strengthen the 2 hexes. Move your artillery. You know what? It is possible. It's possible. I don't want somebody to tell me what to do here, really. But I'm wondering what you'd be. You know what I think you might be saying that what you would do. If we do that and we don't make the attack there, and we get this artillery into this hex, the HQ comes on board into there, gives free actions to this. Doesn't grab these 2 infantry units though. So another thing I could do if I don't bother about the artillery is move one of the infantry units into here. Okay, I know there's a chance that makes it concentrated, but it's purple and orange. I thought it was just purple. It's just that one that's just purple, isn't it? So yeah, I suppose there is that chance. Well, however, the artillery moving into there concentrates that hex as well. So you've got the same situation. Well, let's just say that I did use the action to move the artillery on into out of the water. What would my second action be then? Because I think it's only going to be. Hang on, can we finish this guy off? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Well, it's not an awful choice because we get an event to put a depth marker. He's going to get depth again, but if he's not there, he's not going to get depth. So there is that. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm just not 100% sure. I feel like the right move is to attack the red position. But part of me says, well, save the artillery. I'm pretty sure that is the wrong thing to be doing. Yeah, right. I'm having to force myself. I just know this is the right thing to be doing. I think. So I'm going to make the attack on the red position. Yes, I am. I'm going to do it. So And again, remember this guy transferred across to the first division, so he does have to get an action from this side. And we're going to attack. So we're attacking with 8 strength. There was a decent mixture of weapons. I think we've got mortar on both. He's got mortar, Bangalore and Browning, and he's got demolitions, machine gun and mortar. So we've got a wee bit extra there. What are we missing then? No radio. Oh, we didn't have bazooka either, did we? Did we? Don't think we did. Ooh. Bazooka shows up quite a lot, doesn't it? Well, we don't have bazooka or radio, but we've got machine gun as a sort of an extra. Oh, I'm starting to doubt this now. But then, are we considering weapons? Are weapons... The unit gets doubled, the depth does not. We've got that magical 8. Mind you, unit gets doubled 2-4. Yeah. I'm starting to doubt this again. Yeah, okay, I'm doing this because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's not what part of me thinks is the right thing to do, but I think it's the right thing to do. So we've got 8 against the units doubled, right? Okay. Yes, yeah. So it's across the... Well, there's shingle right along there too, but it's just the unit that gets doubled, not the depth. Okay, it's on 1. Okay, it's got a bazooka. Well, in some ways, you know what? In some ways, that's okay. Because we've got 8 strength against his 2, but we don't have the weapons. So we are disrupting him. Whereas you could have found yourself in a bit of a trickier bit. Well, or could you? Maybe not. See, there you go. If I'd attacked that the first time, I wouldn't have had the weapons. I would have had 4 against 2, doubling it and got him disrupted. So, although, no, at that time he was disrupted, so it didn't really matter. Well, okay, well, we've done it. I feel bad about the artillery, but I still feel that that's what you would be telling me to do as well. Use pros out there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me know. Okay, well, that's our 2 actions gone. Now we do have... Oh, we've got... Oh, look at that. We've got a bazooka in here. Sorry, I don't know why I came away from there. We're not finished in that area. We've got bazooka from the guy behind. Now, does that mean he would be better? You know what? He's actually better in here because... Oh, no, hang on. What does he break down in? B116. Now, this is me really thinking into things. Where are we? No, it doesn't work then. I was just thinking if he goes in here and blue was to fire and maybe disrupt him. As long as we're able to disrupt that, then we can't keep using 2 actions there to... Well, actually, we only need 1. We only need 1 to attack anyway. It's just I was thinking if... Well, I'm going to put him in there anyway. That would be the most logical place to put him, isn't it? I don't know where you go after that though with these guys. Well, let's not get carried away, Grant. So I think because the HQ is not going to be along this way, so we probably are better keeping these guys together. So I'm gonna move this guy into here. Oops, right, he's right. The command. Well, you know what? Well, it says you can write it down on a piece of paper, so I'll do that. G2116. First division, right? Hang on. Right, I've took note of that because I don't think we need extra counters messing things up here. And then this guy I'm going to move into here. And these were preservation moves, obviously. And hopefully he stays up. He's got the bazooka to be able to... And then next turn we can just have the action for these guys to attack. And possibly... well, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these. Well, to be honest, it would be another action, so I might not be doing nothing with them. Okay, right, well, you made your decision now, Grant. Poor artillery. It's gone. It's gone. Right, no other free moves, I don't think. Like I say, only a possibility of preservation move there, but I don't want to do that. So we are going to lose these 3 units, 1, 2, and then the tank here. Sadly. It's cruel that they don't let that HQ land in time. That was a crafty little game design decision, I think. I mean, whether it could be quite relevant to what actually happened, I suppose, that it was worse in the East than it was in the West. You know, for units getting left in the water, that's quite possible. That would then make it more thematic, I suppose. I don't know. I need to get that book read, don't I? I've not been back to it yet. I'm rubbish with books. Okay, well, I guess that's that. So I'm gonna go across to the west, but I'm a bit worried about my battery on this, and I could do with taking a break anyway. So I'll pause it, and hopefully well, you know what? It might be a cut. It might just be a pause. You never know. Okay, cheers. Hi all. Right, happened to just end up being paused overnight there, so next again day. Looking back on a couple of things, yeah, I'm not quite sure whether I got thrown this. Hang on a sec. I don't think I should be making these attacks. I don't know. Maybe one of the comments, Martin, and he was talking about something else, and he kind of threw me, making it feel like, I mean, I'm not blaming you, Martin. You were talking about something different before, you know. But initially there was a 4-strength. There was a 4-strength unit here, and I was contemplating making this attack. But at the time, the unit was disrupted, and then Martin made a comment, but he was not talking about that situation at all. So, but I thought he was, and maybe got me thinking, oh, maybe that isn't such a bad attack. But my guess is the guys are probably recommending that you don't try that. Because 4 strength against a unit that's going to get doubled is probably risky. I mean, yes, I said if I got a 1, and if I did get a 1 here, ended up with a 2, ended up disrupting myself, done nothing good, unrevealed the unit. I mean, I was saying that there's definitely some ones within the positions. So I suppose there is that gamble. I could have got lucky. I kind of felt like I went for that a couple of times in the previous game. So maybe I just got lucky with them. But it does seem like, because you're not bringing you're not bringing weapons along as well. I mean, I mentioned that about the weapons I had. On saying that, I think that was the reason I ended up attacking, because I thought, well, okay, I don't really want to get the weapons. I just want to disrupt the guy. So, but then you're like needing it to be a 1, and it wasn't. It was a 2. So I ended up disrupting myself. So, I don't know. A lot of things in this game are a bit of a gamble, really, aren't they? But my guess is the guys are probably sort of recommending that that's not a wise attack. 6 strength, yes, and you're carrying all the weapons, yes, by all means. Now, this could be different here, however, we ended up getting one of these guys disrupted. Because this is 4 strength, but the unit's not getting doubled, so it's maybe less of a gamble, although that's two 1-step units. So they're only bringing 2 weapons with them. I don't know what the one underneath is. So again, my thinking is that the recommendation possibly there is not to go for that one as well. But yeah, it's kind of tricky. But I do feel like that it's probably wrong to be trying that. And then the other thing, I was like, I couldn't get sleep last night thinking about this artillery unit and leaving it in the water. Yeah, quite curious to know your thoughts on that one, guys. I'm kind of hoping you come back and say I done it right, but part of me feels, because I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get that guy out of the water, but I think that you would have said the right move was just to leave him and let him go. But I've got this whole doubt in my mind about you thinking, well, it is 4 strength, it is 2 steps, it could be used for cannon fodder. I don't know. It feels kind of bad. And I know in my previous games I would certainly have got that guy out of the water. I'm pretty sure I would have. But I've not been victorious in this game. I've not went right to the wire. Well, there you go. We never even got to turn 17 in the last game. So, there's all that. So, yeah, just a couple of things to sort of think about. I just kept thinking about that last night after I'd made the decision, thinking, oh, I'm leaving that artillery unit to drown. I mean, the other 2 units, the 1-step tank and 1-step anti-aircraft, don't feel so bad. I mean, I can't save them all, Well, I'll just go back. I mean, I can't save them all. Well, I suppose we're making the attack. The attack was using both my actions, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Attack was using both my actions. So I suppose technically I could have moved this out of the water and then the tank out of the water, but that would have felt unproductive, I think. But it's a tough call to make. It is. The units are going to die. They're gone now. So anyway, okay. Well, you can let me know what you would have done if you want. Or if you would have saved the artillery, don't bother telling me. Right, okay. So we just had the US action phase in the west to finish with for this turn. So yeah, we've got this unfortunate disruption here again. Well, I say unfortunate. I get the feeling you would have advised against that attack. Where would we have been? Well, yeah, he wouldn't be disrupted now, but would he have been in any better position, really, guys? I mean, when you think about it, if I had the chance to last turn to have moved a unit adjacent, so that now I had 2 units adjacent to this, then it would make sense not to make the attack, because now this unit can't join in the attack, Or I even say adjacent. I mean, to be honest, there you go. This turn here, I may well move that unit into here, and then I've got an attack of 8 strength. Now, if I had that like that, it would be silly now, I think, to attack there this turn and then move this unit in, because then there's the chance that this will be disrupted, and then this unit will be in there himself, not being able to do anything next turn. So, yeah, did I think about it through that way? Maybe it was back in my mind. Maybe I thought, well, there's nothing else round about him. Maybe making up stories now. Okay, right. Well, we'll leave that one anyway. So this guy got disrupted as well, so he gets his disruption removed. And yeah, we've got this problem. We've got we've got a bit of a problem here. I mean, that this guy can preservation move into here. We're then having a concentrated unit in here. Brown and orange are both... I mean, okay, the orange side of it's just sporadic, but brown's like ready to fire, isn't it? And we'd like to get that 4-strength tank off the beach. Well, out of the water. Probably into this hex. This guy, I mean, he can preserve, but I mean, all I could really do with this guy is either... And this is going to cost me an action to move him into here or maybe here. Looks like that one might be better. So there's 2 actions right away. That one moving into there and that tank moving into there. However, we do have the general and HQ over this side, so that might still be feasible. Yeah, well, let's look at stuff that we can definitely see ourselves doing. And I think coming back to this... Oh, look at it. They're both ranged, aren't they? They're both carrying the same weapons. Exactly the same. I guess maybe they all break down. Yeah, it looks like they're all the same. The range. There's one in the... I know it's upside down, but... it's mortar. Demolition's a machine gun, you know, so... Looks like they're probably all the same then. So it would have the 8 strength. Now we do know what the... I did take note of that. Like I say, I talked about it. I've openly told you that. It was Bangalore torpedoes it required, which they're not carrying. However, my guess is the general's going to move along with the 2 guys. Yeah, he's got to head across this way to get these guys support, I think. So it would be a free action to attack into there, and we would know we would disrupt it. We're not going to look at the depth marker because we're not going to carry the Bangalores, but I still think it's the right hex to move into. What is the general? No, there's nothing with them. I've only got these 2 units here. That mean the HQ's got everything over the other side, and there's a few Rangers about, you know what I mean? Oh, did these Rangers survive? Oh, that was good. Oh, wow, that was really good. So, purple didn't fire. Oh, this one took a hit then. That must have been from blue, was it? Yeah, it was blue that fired, but purple didn't. That's superb though, getting the 2 full strength Ranger units into here. Right, let's not get carried away and jump the gun, Grant, because let's concentrate on what you're doing here first. So I think... Yeah, it does. It makes sense because the general is going to come along. Now, does it matter? Because that's probably a safer hex for him. And I don't think it matters because next turn we're going to have a pop at these guys. No, we're going to disrupt them. We're not going to... There's no worry about looking at the depth marker because we know they need the Bangalores. And then the general can probably move into one more hex towards the rest of the guys, I think. Okay. Yeah, I can actually see these 2 being the actions, actually. I can see myself being able to do it. Yeah, I think so. Right, let's look at these... A nice situation with these Rangers then. Oh, well. Yeah. Let's get into the purple here. Oh, we've got to go for this, haven't we? So, this guy moves... Well, hang on. This guy moves into here. I mean, I might as well go for... Or is that maybe overkill? But then where else are they going to go? We really want to take out this purple position. And then where do we go? We've got to get climbing the bluff there. Infiltration move into here, but that's not really helping us, to be honest. I think a couple of the guys are going to have to climb the bluff. I mean, I suppose the other way is climb the cliff, but then that's one extra turn. And that would be with 5 strength. However, this would be, it wouldn't be getting doubled this. However, we will notice it is an artillery position, so we've already found out some extra information regarding that, which, yeah, I probably should have worked that one out for myself, really. Yeah, I still don't think we do anything different. I think well, what we could do is move all the units into here and seeing what happens in German fire phase, because that could, yeah, I think so. So move this guy into here, move this guy into here, and move both of these guys into here. These are all Rangers. So, and then see what happens. Now, if we get away with everything here, maybe, well, first of all, attack here. Actually, it's not going to matter, is it? Because we've found out that the infiltration move would still happen because this one's occupied. Yeah, Martin brought that to my attention in the last game, which is a tricky one to try and get your head round a bit when you think that there's nothing in, well, the unit's disrupted, or even if it's empty, it's still classed. You've just got to remember that these are kind of all one, if you like. Like there's a tunnel between the two, there's a trench, they move about between the two, you know, something like that. Yeah, so it still would be an infiltration, but we don't actually move across into the hex the first time when we climb. Anyway, what I was saying was maybe just attack with both of these. Hopefully get the disruption. Okay, I'm thinking that'll stop the infiltration move, but it wouldn't. And then start climbing with these two maybe. But like I've just said, I don't think the first attempt at the climb will be an infiltration move, because you stay in the hex when you're climbing a cliff. Not when you're climbing a bluff, but when you're climbing a cliff. So it would be the next, again, free turn for them to climb into this hex that would become the infiltration. Ooh. And could we have moved in there before that happens? And then stop that? No, it doesn't stop it. Because I even asked that. And although Martin said that John Butterfield's answer didn't mention that, he felt that the way it was written, that even if we've got US units in this hex and we make a move past, like an infiltration move, if this is still occupied and not disrupted, it still needs a check. So yeah, there is all that. There's risks with all that. But I think we're going to have infiltration checks no matter how we do this, because even if we just stroll into this hex, take this unit out, stroll into it, we're going to have to climb the bluff or move round about it. It's going to be infiltration checks. Now, do we have a tank in there? Are we going to get a tank, maybe? Oh yeah, we do have a tank there that could possibly disrupt that. Oh, there's a thought as well then, Grant. It's beside the HQ as well, so that's something else we need to do. But I'm definitely moving these guys into here. I think that's sensible. This guy's not going to get a free move, but the rest of these guys are, which is great. Green removed its disruption though, didn't it? Yeah, there's quite a bit to think about here. So, but do I need to move this guy? Because he's the only other one that would require an action. And I think that's just that. No, because I can't move him into here. I don't want to move him into here. And I don't particularly want to move him into here. So I think yeah, we've got too many units along here though, haven't we? We need some stuff going up and around. Starting to make me think maybe the general should be helping with that. Where did they move the general from here? Here was it, I think. You know what, I can't really leave the general there though if we're talking about we want to make that attack next turn, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a bit more thought into all this, I think. However, like I say, we don't need the action for that, so I think I can at least get this dealt with. And yeah, and have an action. I'm just thinking, I mean, bring him in here's better. I mean, if I move him into there, the next move is into here, which is intense brown. So I probably actually want to bring him into here, and it's getting him closer to the general, with the intent of the next turn. Moving, oh, I don't know. I mean, unless we just sent him on a wee mission of his own up into here, up that slope, and along to take the brown position out there. That's not awful, I suppose. It's going to need actions. They're the sort of units you want a hero on, aren't they? Well, maybe we get lucky with the next event. Here's hoping. Because the other thing is we know we've not got the weapons for that, whereas this guy would. It was the Bangalores, that would. This would as well. You know, we could and get the general along, get him up, and then eventually get him manoeuvred into. I got cut off again with that stupid app coming up. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was wondering what this guy breaks down to if he happens to take a hit. So L3116. Where are you? Hang on a sec. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. There, it's there. It breaks down to the Browning. You know, if that broke down to the Bangalores, then I could see you know, because he's got to avoid taking hits all the way along here. So it's maybe not so straightforward across here. Now, this guy under here has the Bangalores, but he's just a single step as well, so. And he was disrupted this turn. He would need to spend an action to move down. I mean, yes, we could sit and, as long as the general's round about this, keep this disrupted all the time, but I don't know. Is that clever? I'm feeling you're probably telling me that this should be coming along and joining up, getting the general, getting all these units together. I mean, who's to say this guy couldn't start, if he survives, he could move up round the back here maybe. Because 4 strength attacking this, I'd be okay about. He's on his own, and he's not an artillery position, and he wouldn't get doubled. So yeah, and plus, you know, we've got to go and take this out as well. So having this guy, yeah, it's the whole taking this out, because you don't want to attack from here or here. But maybe by then we could get some barraging going. Okay, so I think it maybe is better to move this guy into here. I mean, brown and orange are going to be free to do what they want, so if we get a triangle and a brown and orange, then that guy's taking a hit. Whereas it's kind of safer up there. Oh, you know what? It's like, right, this guy's preservation moving into here. And then we're going to use our last action to move the tank into here. I think that feels, well, it's probably debatable. I dare say you could tell me better ways to do it or different ways that you would maybe do it, but yeah. I think so. Just one thing, does this guy break down to a Bangalore? He does. So that works. That makes sense, then, doesn't it? It'd be daft to be bringing him on there if he wasn't bringing the weapon with him. I mean, yeah, he could get he could get hit twice between now and then. What is he? I3116. I don't know if I'm overthinking things now. Was it I or L? It looks like an I. Is there I's? There is L's anyway. Yeah, there it's there. No, he only brings a radio if he breaks down to single step. So, yeah, okay. I think that's about as best as I can think it through. So now, let's see. I'm gonna probably have a little bit of a pause and see what I think might be the best options here. Okay, a couple of thoughts here. Well, I need to know what I want to barrage with this tank. This turn. I mean, I've already said that if we get things happening with the purple position, if we happen to disrupt this in an attack, it'd be perfect to try and barrage this. It's just single now. The worry could be if a depth marker gets, if we get the action to get a depth marker, that would spoil that a little bit. So I'm wondering, do I try and go for that just now? I think probably not. I think I probably should be trying to go for green. Ooh, no, red's down, isn't it? And this tank, sorry, I'm just off there. Zoom out a little bit, Grant. This tank is more than likely. I don't want to move him just yet in case I feel like if the barrage in green goes wrong and I really feel like I want to barrage green, have another go at it, then but I'm pretty sure it's going to move into here. And so this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm not gonna go bother with blue. There's nothing really in blue. I mean, well, I say there's nothing really in blue. These two single step rangers are, and I think these are sporadic, yeah. But I mean, could just as easily be green that hits these, I think green's more the threat. The fact that we've got red down. So that would be a green triangle. Just add a green circle on the card. What's the green up there on the cards? Yeah, I think so. I think we try a green triangle. I think so, yeah, because next turn, if we're making the attack on here, we can then try. I mean, if this guy happens to build a depth marker, then so be it. We've still got a low odds shot at it anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna barrage from the HQ the green position. You've got to remember that we can get support fire now as well. That the fact that tanks go on HQ beside them, but there's nothing we're attacking this turn. Right, so it's a green triangle we need. So a low odd shot, but we've had a couple this game already, so green triangle, here we go. Oh, green diamond. Oh, that would have been nice. Pity. Okay, and you know what? I don't fancy chancing the odds on this one. I think we'd be better trying to save the tank. The fact that red's disrupted, this is a safe-ish hex for him to go, so he's going to move in there. Yeah, with the HQ. Now, it's what to do with the rest of this stuff. Oh yeah, that was my other thought. I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to get this. I mean, to be honest, this one's in place though. But it just might be better to get the full strength infantry into here, and then make a climb through that gap. I think we tried that last turn as well. And there's no infiltration move through that gap. I mean, yeah, he's sitting in the red and green there, but that's why it would have been nicer to have got green put down there. But red's still disrupted now. It might stay that way. You never know. But I could move that guy into that position now first, with that same intent, and then move him into there. Because the ranger want to move into here. I mean, I suppose he could actually go into here. Red is disrupted, but that's a far safer hex. So what am I going to do with these guys? Are these the guys that are going to try and maybe make a move up here along with the ranger possibly? Yeah, because there's two. Well, I say there's two. There's this orange position along here that we need to get as well. So up into this gap. If we take 3 units with us, something going along here and then back along here. You've got this as well, but we might have something coming up here. Right, if these two. Does that make any sense? I think so. These are going to move away from the HQ though, that's the only problem. In fact, if I move that guy into there, he's probably moving away from the HQ as well. Or no, hang on, is he? Means we're leaving the tank there. Right, I think I'm doing this. I might rewind, but I think I'm doing this and this. You're not going to have the actions for all this, Grant. The worry is, if I move that guy into there, and then I do get him up here, am I going to be confident enough to take something on with 4 strength? I've already said that 4 strength is kind of risky. And this is an artillery position, well, in bocage as well. This is tougher. This one's not so tough, but it has depth. So, I mean, to be honest, even the 6 strength up there might be a challenge. But I would go for the green one because he's not getting doubled. So that means we're not so fussed about this guy going up. We do want this guy to go up though. So what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with this? Do we move him back into this safe hex just now? Just switch these guys, switch places here? Is that daft? Probably. Or we could move him here, couldn't we? He's still going to be within the range of the HQ. That means we can just leave the HQ where it is, and then decide what to do. Well, it depends if we want him going down. I don't think we want him going down this way. We've got enough coming down here. We just need to try and get some folk up the bluff there. Okay, what about this then? Like I said, that's quite a safe hex. That into there. that. Oops, right, he's full strength into there. And I'd just be leaving the HQ. Yeah, I mean, I could move it to here. That means this tank's not going to get a freebie. But it does mean these infantry would get a freebie. Right, I need to just maybe have a think about that. What are your actions going to be next turn? Well, you don't need anything here. If you left this like this, you don't need anything here. You'd need an action there. You would not need an action here. Yeah, this is a problem, but I think I would want these two as actions again. I'd want this guy along here, and I'd want the tank out of that intense brown. Dogs. I was just looking to see if we could have used that tank. He's just one hex short. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can reach the double position, but not the single purple. Well, hang on. Can I readjust the tank move then? Well, if I do that, I'm putting him in the intense green. Meh. That's assuming he was here. Maybe he was here. Actually, it might have been here. So no, I don't think he was. I think he was here, so that would be a possibility. But you're risking losing the tank. There's more risk of losing the tank that way. But hang on. We don't need to barrage this next turn, do we? Because we're hopefully going to... Oh no. Like I've said, as soon as we start... Well, let's just double check the rule there. Yeah, so climb a cliff. You do that over 3 actions. First turn of the climb, conduct an action to place a climb cliff mark on the unit. Do not move it. So I'm guessing that you're not actually making, that's not when you would do the infiltration check, because you're still in this hex. But the next turn, you move them over here, and then you turn the climb cliff marker to the climb side. Is that right? Yes. So it wouldn't actually be next turn that we would desperately need this guy disrupted. Okay, right. Yeah, I think that then allows me to move the HQ into here. And then give that guy one more free turn, or these guys, to move into there, and then let them go their own way, and hopefully we'll have things a bit more organised across here, and the general will be across a bit further to be able to command some of these guys. So it means we won't get a free barrage on this. Of course, we could always spend an action. I mean, you never know. I mean, things might happen along here that we say, right, we don't want the action on that anymore. So, okay, I'm going to move the HQ into there then. So it just means that all these guys are going to command. This guy's not. Right, I think that's it then. I think that's everything, isn't it? We've used the 2 actions. No more preservation moves. Rangers have all moved. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, starting to feel a bit better about it, but I think maybe the next German fire phase, well, you want them all to be lucky and good, but the next one feels quite important as well. Mind you, I said that about the last one, I think. So, yes. Now we've only got 2 more turns of units. Well, and then you get the general, and then that's you've got what you've got. Okay, I'll get things cleared up and we'll finish this up. Okay, there's things. All organised, phase markers back, cards are away. We're turn markers on to turn 8. I've got to remember we've got voluntary delay, we're landing in mid-tide, and oh yeah, and we land HQ across the other side as well. Oh, I've missed something, haven't I? Yes, I forgot about something. Well, I wanted to discuss just one other thing just before I go, and it's partly related to what I've kind of missed here. Um, Obviously, at the end of the turn, these units are all caught in the water. Get a wee bit further back. Yeah, these units are all now underwater, so these all get eliminated. Here's my poor wee artillery. I even tried to get a move off that HQ there, but I think Martin would have pulled me up for that one. And John, and all the rest of you. Yeah, I did want to sort of stress how important I now feel to get a good landing result with this. So we're kind of praying for what are we? We're looking for a D, a circle with a D, or I don't mind the drift 2 boxes east. I know it would clog things up even more along here, but we're getting the HQ landing as well. So we want a B or a D. But you know what? Even a C is lose 1 step. That's not terrible, but I think I want this guy landed. I don't want an A. I don't want a circle with an A to land him. Right, you've got to go, pal. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about it. And like I say, yeah, if any of you would have kept that guy alive, just keep it yourself, because you're just going to make me feel worse. Right, okay. Okay, that's the end of turn 7. I'll get back with turn 8 soon, guys. Cheers.